Alright, so I don't know what this video is gonna look like. This is a re-upload. So I originally uploaded this video, and I made a mistake. My brain did not even acknowledge the fact that NDA is a thing. Right? So when I talked about two of their talents, well, X talents, well, from what I hear, they're all X talents now. I forgot that NDA is a thing. And because of that, even though it might have been true, it might have been a half-truth, I don't know, this is just the reason that I read, I think it was on Twitter or something like that. It is basically at most a half-truth, and legally speaking, I believe that would be considered misinformation and defamation or libel. I don't remember the difference. So even though it kind of sucked doing it, because I think it got like 60 something views, which is like 80 views more than I normally get, I'm sure. Wouldn't be surprised if I get negative views. I just felt it would be better if I took the video down and added this to the front. I think I just saw the video, like the completed video, so I'll just cram that through editing software again with this in front, and some text. I just don't know if there's any way for me to edit videos on YouTube after they've been uploaded. I felt this was like just better. The thing is, yes, they wouldn't achieve much by going after me, but I'm a small creator, so you know, it's very easy to make me an example. Normally I wouldn't care, because hey, they're trying to silence criticism, but in my situation, it could be considered misinformation, and that would probably make me kinda SOL if they decide to take legal action. So just to be sure, I'm just gonna make the video again, technically. And hopefully nothing too horrible happens by me cramming a completed video through the editing software a second time. I don't think I've ever done that before. So yeah. I don't know why I didn't even think about NDS. I've been under so many of them. It might be the whole, like, I'm not a native English speaker, so I know it as something else. So non-disclosure agreement just kind of was forgotten. I don't know. But I'm a very easy target if they decide to make an example, and in my case they would actually potentially have a leg to stand on legally, which I don't have enough lawyers to help me with that if that were to happen. So yes, re-upload. If you already seen me shouting at the void, vshojo, there's not a whole lot to see here. Just it's the same video, just this in front, and I'm probably gonna put some text on that part, cause I don't feel like getting sued. Yeah. Okay, I think I'm calm enough to get through this. Let's be honest here, this video really only serves one purpose. Me shouting at the void. That's fine. At least I get stuff off my chest, so, you know, when there's an apology, because you know they'll try, I won't pop. Because you know it's going to be one of those copy-paste will be better in the future BS. I'm gonna get sued, aren't I? If you've been around for a while, you may be aware that I try my best to avoid drama. There was a time in my life when I was exposed to too much drama, and it started messing with me mentally. However, that is a bit hard when, you know, sometimes that is a bit hard. You know, when drama happens and everyone's talking about it constantly everywhere. Or when, you know, you wake up, you grab your phone, open YouTube, and it's the first, like, 5 videos recommended to you is about the drama. I like to chill with some YouTube on my phone for a couple of hours after I wake up. I will be completely honest with you, I am incredibly sick of this saying, but it fits, so I'll say it. Paraphrasing, because I don't remember exactly how it goes. If I had a nickel every time someone on the internet seemed cool but was suddenly caught stealing charity money, I'd have 2 nickels. Which isn't much, but it's weird that it's happened twice. That's right, vshojo has been nabbing cash meant for charity. To be more precise, about $500,000 meant for IDF. Immune Deficiency Foundation. You know, the foundation that helps people like, you know, probably vshojo's biggest talent, former talent, ironmouse. You know, a pretty big deal in the VTuber community. Yeah. Basically, if it's not obvious, vshojo is absolute scum. Putting it mildly, because I'm only 3 minutes in. I can't start saying how I actually feel quite yet. Not that I'm too surprised, a bit surprised of how bad it was, but I knew something was up with this company. Story time. First, Silvervale and Weibei left the company. Reason stated, contract didn't make sense. I smelled something, and it wasn't me. Soon after, Njanners also left, and I believe it was around this time that Kjellhimself tweeted something along the lines of, if they had anywhere else to go, they wouldn't have signed it either. I started identifying the smell. Again, not sure I can say it yet. A little bit too early for that. The only one that even mentioned contract negotiation was ironmouse, at least as far as I could hear. And I really smelled something. Like, was ironmouse given preferential treatment? I like ironmouse, but that's not really fair, is it? It seems that the others were just given a contract and told to take it or leave it. Then, to my knowledge, it kinda quieted down for a while. The roster was rebuilt when some, I believe, previously indies joined, along with some ex-Niji. Look, the whole VTuber thing popping up as new VTuber, it's the worst kept secrets ever. You can identify them immediately. I still smelled something, but not wanting to spend too much time in the drama, I got out. Things happen. People disagree. I'm sure all of them wouldn't have signed the contract if it was that bad. Maybe they should have brought a lawyer, I don't know. Then recently, one of the new bloods, Matara, just up and terminated the contract. I'm not sure why. Then Giga went back to being an indie. Later, Centrea left vshojo. I'm pretty sure they're like a founding member or something. And then the smell came wafting back. And now I believe we are current, because when I woke up, you know, well, I guess it'd be yesterday, it's 2:30 a.m. now. The videos were there. Ironmouse leaving and the reasoning. Them, namely vshojo, nabbing charity money from the people that help people with her condition. And now, before someone pops a blood vessel over me referring to Ironmouse as a she, I believe she's called herself a Latina. If Ironmouse identified as a male, I believe it would be Latino. Could obviously be wrong. Latino heat and all that. Yeah, looked it up just to be sure. Eddie Guerrero. And he's dead. But back to the topic. So what now? I don't know. I suspect that one out of two things will happen. Either the higher-ups of vshojo burns all the evidence and runs, or we will get one of those half-hearted apology letters. Copy-pasted, no soul. You know, the ones like really just apologizing for getting caught. Happens all the time. More than happy to not saying anything and continue doing bad things, and then they get caught and suddenly they're so sorry. Obviously, it's a possibility that vshojo goes bankrupt, but in my experience, scum never gets their comeuppance. The world isn't fair enough for that. As for the talent, I'd recommend getting out ASAP, as staying would most likely just label you as someone that seems to be okay with it. If the company were to go bankrupt, causing you to be let go, it doesn't look as good as left because of it before bankruptcy. I'm not a lawyer. This is not legal advice. And yes, I do feel that common sense and law doesn't always match up for whatever reason, so I could be horribly wrong. But I feel that your bosses being scumbag criminals that stole charity money should technically, in my head, making terminating a contract very easy. In vshojo, from what I understand, you keep your assets. Your audience will follow you. They are there because they like you, not because you're in vshojo. In my head, you stand to lose precisely nothing by leaving. Yes, I'm sure there's some stuff behind the scenes that I don't understand, but y'all figure that out together. Not leaving may actually ruin your careers. Everyone that leaves have each other. You have your audience, you have your channels, you keep your assets like your model. You are not starting from scratch. Please get off the sinking ship before you get dragged under with it. To sum things up, the world sucks. No one's surprised. People suck. No one's surprised. The suits of vshojo are criminal scum that deserves to go to prison, and I hope Bubba enjoys resizing his new cellmates' buttholes. Also, one more reason why I don't trust corpos. While I'm a little bit behind the scenes here right now. While attempting to convince myself to turn off my fan so I can record this, look, it's hot. I'm not built for 40C. Like 102 or so Fahrenheit. I was scrolling through Twitter, or X, I guess. Kson and Michi haven't gotten paid in ages. My god, this joke of a company. Stay indie, kids, cause this really shouldn't be worth it for you. Also, Dexerto says that Amalie, Kuro, Kson, and Melody have all announced they are leaving vshojo. Good. And now the rest of you. Please, if not for me, then for yourselves. Get out.